WagerTalk and Sports Memo customers love $9 Mondays, where each package is just $9. For a limited time from June 1st until June 7th, we're offering a 30-day all-access pass from your favorite handicapper for $210. That's only $7 per day. This special includes all daily plays from your favorite handicapper every day for 30 days, including 5% plays normally priced at $39 alone. Use coupon code June30, good for multiple uses at WagerTalk and Sports Memo. Once you sign up, you'll get every play sent to you as soon as they post it.
Welcome into First Pitch for Wednesday, June 1st. I am Drew Martin, joined by Ariel Epstein and Adam Trigger, WagerTalk.com. Guys, we're breaking down 3 games on tonight's slate. We got best bets at the end, going around the horn here. Ariel Epstein, follow her on Twitter, at Ariel Epstein, the prop queen, known by some. Check her out at MLB Network and Yahoo Sports. Ariel, welcome in. Happy Wednesday to you.
Happy Wednesday, Drew. I am already going to just start this whole thing off with a disclaimer that I completely missed the message of all the games that we're talking about today. I do have strikeout props, though. I've got 4 to give out here on the show. I'm not going to have plays in the games that Drew told me we're talking about, but I'll give out strikeout props instead. Sorry, guys.
Hey, strikeout props are more than welcome on the show, Ariel. And hey, guys, she's one of the best in the business. They call her prop queen for a reason. We also got Adam Trigger. He's known by some as Korean Adam. He's coming to us from his, little cell there in South Korea. Not really sure, Trig. Let us know where you're at, and welcome to the show, buddy.
Drew, I am in North Carolina for a few more hours. Going to be heading back to New York a couple hours from now. I've been down here for the week. Got to go to Game 7 on Monday night. See the Rangers win. It was an awesome experience. So yeah, in North Carolina for a few hours, but yeah, the Korean baseball has been going great. MLB was going awesome until Sunday night when the Phillies. It was the first of I guess it's 3 chokes in a row now, and I guess we'll talk about that a little bit on the show. But yeah, May was a great month, and I hope to do it again in June.
Well, Trig, let's start it off right now. I mean, we got the San Francisco Giants, Philadelphia Phillies first game here. You talk about choke. I mean, you can see it in their bullpen numbers, guys. By my numbers, the second worst bullpen in baseball right now. Aaron Nola on the hills for the Phils. We got Carlos Rodon, the former, North Carolina State pitcher here, going up against Aaron Nola, LSU, college football a little early here. But the guy's obviously playing on the diamond. Total of 8, -120. That's what we're seeing the Phillies tonight at home. Trig, you have any interest in getting involved here, Giants and Phillies?
Drew, I want to back the Phillies so bad in this spot, just because I think they're the right side. If you can get over what's happened the last 3 days, right? Like, that's kind of getting, in my opinion, a little overblown at this point. The fact that they've blown 3, or they've lost 3 consecutive extra inning games and blown each game, I think has really sort of devalued them here. But my concern is what those 3 extra inning games have done to the Phillies bullpen. However, you have to think that maybe is baked into the line, since the Phillies, they really do have one of the worst bullpens in the league, and that's been sort of widely publicized so far this year. But the Giants are not a team I really want to back right now either. They're one of the worst defensive teams in the league. The Phillies are down there as well. And Carlos Rodon has really struggled the last few times out. So, the concerns here, I guess there's concerns both ways, and that's why I didn't make my card. But the Phillies haven't seen Rodon, and Segura, left the game with an injury. I believe he has a broken finger, so he's going to be done for the foreseeable future. So, the Phillies might not hit him, and Nola, really kind of turned a corner in his last start, was great, and I could see him having another good start here. So, I don't know if I don't know if you're going to see another bullpen collapse. I lean toward the Phillies because I think they're going to get one eventually. I think I lean toward the under as well. But this was a tough one. I couldn't really get firm on anything here, other than I think the Phillies are going to eventually get it done, and you're probably getting them at a discount.
Ariel, I agree with Trig's sentiment there. I feel like the Phillies sitting at 21-29 at some point this season. it's going to be like that buy low mentality and look to bet on them. However, losing 5 straight here, going up against the Giants, winning 3 straight. The Giants have been a good road team as well. Just trusting this Phillies bullpen, maybe first 5, but this is one I haven't bet yet. Do you have anything here in Philadelphia tonight?
For the Phillies, this is a team that last year it looked as if every team in the National League East was out of the mix. All of a sudden, it became a 3-team race, and the Phillies were right there in the month of August and September looking for a spot inside the playoffs. They were actually a team I really liked to make the playoffs because I thought their bullpen would be improved. Unfortunately, they just haven't proven that. The Phillies are a tough team to back. I don't have a play here. When it came to the K props in this game, Rodon's at 7.5, Nola's at 6.5. The numbers were just a bit too high. Nola has been really good at home. He's gone over this number of 6.5 in his last 1, 2, 3, 4. All of his home games this year have gone over 6.5. The problem is that the Giants are only averaging just over 4 strikeouts per start when up against the right-handed pitcher. They're more middle of the pack this year when it comes to K rate. I need both the strikeout rate in addition for each lineup, in addition to the strikeouts by the pitcher to line up for me to want to bet a strikeout prop. They just don't align in this game because the Giants haven't been swinging and missing as much as other lineups have.
Like it, Ariel. Let's come back at it. North of the border here, we get the Chicago White Sox and the Toronto Blue Jays up next. Ryu on the hill for the Jays. Minus 130 price tag is what they're commanding at home. 8.5 the total. Ariel, watch out now. I know you're a Yankees fan, but the hottest team in baseball, the Blue Jays, winning 6 straight. Favorites tonight. I like them. You liking anything north of the border tonight?
I want Toronto starter Hyunjin Ryu to start striking out batters already. It's so frustrating. I have been wanting to back his over on strikeout props for the last couple of weeks. He has continued to disappoint, right? Ryu is just not striking out batters. The White Sox have one of the lowest K rates in baseball. Lefty pitchers 3-7 over under their K prop this year when up against the Chicago White Sox team. No strikeout props for me in this game. If anything, Kopech is intriguing enough because Toronto's averaging just under 5 strikeouts per start when facing a righty at home. Kopech's at 4.5. The over's at minus 126. He's gone over this number recently. He went over against the Yankees, Cleveland, the Cubs, Minnesota, Tampa Bay, all pretty high K rate teams. You could look to Kopech for the over strikeouts. Otherwise, that would be my play here.
Trig, north of the border tonight, we got the Blue Jays, hottest team in baseball, 145 weighted runs created plus number the last week. It's the Jays or pass. I like this minus 130, man. I think it's worth a shot here. What do you like tonight?
So for me, it would be actually the White Sox or pass just at the price where it is. I think you're kind of getting a bargain on Kopech, who's been incredible. Unreal run he's been on. And he shut the Yankees down, which is, I believe, twice in that stretch, which is impressive to be able to do it against a team and then do it against them again. Hasn't given up a home run yet this year. Leads the majors in ERA, opponent batting average, and opponent slugging percentage, which is really impressive. But the Blue Jays, Drew, as you said, they're red hot right now. They feel like last year's Mariners in a sense, where they win every 1-run game and they just find ways to win. So they're certainly not a team that I'm just like overly, looking to bet against. Ryu, Ariel, talked about Ryu not hitting the strikeout prop. I'd be a little worried about Ryu. He left the last start last Thursday, some elbow soreness, and this was after he missed a month with a forearm injury. So it's a little concerning to me that he, he's been sort of hurt this year, and he's a guy, in my opinion, that if he's compromised at all, he really is a command guy. Like, he's got to hit his spots or he's going to get hit because he's not going out there overpowering anyone. He's going to throw his off-speed stuff, and in my opinion, an injury could really offset that for him. So that would be my concern with backing Ryu. The White Sox looks like they could get some guys back. Luis Robert, Yo Moncada, AJ Pollock, all potential candidates to be back in the lineup tonight. So definitely keep an eye on the White Sox lineup. And Andrew Vaughn, he owns left-handed pitching, and he runs into one here. The White Sox have been decent against lefties, not quite as good as they were a couple of years ago when that became sort of a narrative. But I don't know, man. The White Sox at a plus price is intriguing, but Drew, I don't know. I don't want to step in front of this Blue Jays freight train right now, so probably a pass for me.
Okay, fair enough, Trig. And huge shout out to the chat box, guys. Everybody joining us live, 1:45 Eastern time right here on the WagerTalk YouTube channel. If you're liking the content, please smash that like button. If you're watching on replay, that's cool as well. Feel free to reply below. Any questions are welcome. Let us know what you are betting tonight. We'll get it out here on the show. Huge shout out to C. James, Buck, all you guys in the house, Stephen Cortez as well. Thanks for joining us live. Guys, we got one more game. We got best bets at the end. Trig, coming back to you here. Minnesota Twins, Detroit Tigers, AL Central matchup here. We got Scooble going for the Tigers, Uber going for the Twins, minus 120. That's the Twins as the road favorite. You liking anything in the Motor City tonight, Trig?
Yeah, I lean right here. So couple interesting numbers. Carlos Correa. So we know Carlos Correa hit the IL. Believe he's got COVID right now. 22-13 when Correa plays. So he's out. And it looks like a potential off day for Byron Buxton. And the Twins are 19-7 when Buxton starts in center field. 7-9 when he doesn't play. So you could get a scenario where they are both out of the lineup tonight. And that would lead me to believe, when they're both out, I didn't do the math on it, but I think the Twins are a 500 team or less. I don't think they're over 500 when both of those guys are out. Tariq Skubal, he's been my guy for now, Drew. I was, kind of pumping him up last year. I bet him a couple times during this run. Incredible month of May. In 5 starts, 2-0, 1.45 ERA. He's a guy I've been looking to back for a while, and I think is very legit. So he's someone I would play on. But the Tigers bullpen, kind of out of nowhere, second best unit in the league right now with a 2.91 ERA. So the Tigers are a team that I kind of have been looking to play on, and that's the way I would look here. There's I guess my concerns would be Bailey Ober kind of due for a better outing than he had against the Tigers last time he faced them. And he hasn't been great of late, but he's got nice stuff and he has good underlying numbers, so I could see him bouncing back. But I like the Tigers here. I think the Tigers at a small plus price would be the way I would go in this game.
I like it as well, Trig. I mean, the Tigers have struggled against righties. I guess that's one thing pointing towards Minnesota here tonight, Ariel. But at the same time, to Trig's point, that bullpen has been lights out. Top 5, almost, not I don't want to say every category, but a lot of the main categories here, the late innings, the Tigers are performing well. Are you liking anything in the Motor City tonight, Prop Queen?
If I had to look at someone's pitching, I'd look to the Tigers starter, Tariq Skubal, under 5.5 strikeouts. This is a number he hasn't really been hitting recently. He hit it last. Let me see. He hit it against Baltimore, but Baltimore, it's a top 10 K rate team. Against teams with the bottom 10 K rate, he hasn't gone over this in the last 3 outings. The last one was Houston. He had 9. Then he had under with Minnesota the game before that. So the Ks have been down against teams with the bottom 10 K rate. Milwaukee, when they're on the road against the lefty, averaging just under 4 strikeouts per start. Last season, Skubal only went over this number against Minnesota once out of his 3 starts. I would lean to the under 5.5 strikeouts on Skubal.
She's Ariel Epstein. Check her out, MLB Network, Yahoo Sports, on Twitter at Ariel Epstein, known as the prop queen to most. Ariel, I know you're big into strikeout props. Did you want to throw any out there before we get to best bets of what you're looking at tonight?
Yeah, the strikeout props that I like the most, aside from my best bet, which I'll give out in a second, Arizona's left-hander Madison Bumgarner over 4.5. It's in plus money, which is a little scary. The number did go up though from 3.5 to 4.5. He's up against the Atlanta Braves, and the Braves against starting lefties have averaged just over 7 strikeouts per start when the Braves are on the road against starting lefties. Matt Bum went over this number against some teams with top K rates like the Cubs, Miami, who else? And then Atlanta last year, he went over this number in both starts. He had 5 and 7 strikeouts last season against the Braves. With the Braves striking out a lot against lefties on the road, I like Mad Bum and plus money over 4.5. I also like, this one's a little scary for me because with Reed Detmers on the mound for the Angels, I like his under of 4.5 strikeouts because he hasn't been a strikeout pitcher recently. They've been waiting for it to happen, and it just hasn't happened. He's only gone over this number of 4.5 one time this year. The Yankees are averaging just under 4 strikeouts per start when home against a lefty pitcher. Unfortunately, in the last 4 outings the Yankees have faced a lefty starter, they've gone over this number of 4.5. That's the only reason it's scary, yet the numbers are telling me from the averages, from what Detmers has done all year, the under would be the play for 4.5. Lastly, the Tampa Bay Rays lefty Jeffrey Springs, I like his under of 4.5 and plus money at plus 128. The Texas Rangers at home striking out at an average of just under 4 strikeouts per start when up against a left-handed pitcher. Lefties 7 and 10 over under their strikeout prop this year up against the Rangers. In addition to Springs going under this number in the one game that he's faced a team with a bottom 10 K rate, the Toronto Blue Jays. That was the only one. Yes, he's gone over the number in the last 2 starts. He went up against the Yankees and the Orioles, who are top 15 K rate teams. Against that one team who has a bottom 10 K rate, he went under. I like the under in plus money for Jeffrey Springs, Drew.
Like that plus money under on the strikeout prop from Ariel Epstein. Guys, we got best bets right now. I'll start us off here. Heading to the Motor City, what we talked about in the last game before breaking down the K props there. Scooble, the lefty, going for the Tigers. Backing him here. I've been looking to back him similar to Trig. He's got a 55-9 strikeout to walk rate. Gotta love that. Going up against Brayley Ober here for the Twins. And he just doesn't go very deep into the games, which leads us to the kind of the second point here, pitching-wise. Huge bullpen advantage for the home Tigers here. By my numbers, the 3rd best bullpen in baseball right now, up against the 20th best bullpen in baseball in the Twins. So if it's a close game late, which, hey, the market's telling us that, 7.5 as the total, low-scoring game, I think that all points towards the home team here. Home dog is barking with the Detroit Tigers. If it plays, we got some weather up there, but hey, get that locked in, plus 105 on the Tigers. Scooble as the listed pitcher. So we got Ariel Epstein here. We'll come back to her. I think she was saving one for her best bet. Follow her on Twitter at Ariel Epstein, the prop queen, MLB Network, Yahoo Sports, right here on Wednesdays, the WagerTalk YouTube channel, first pitch, 1:45 Eastern. Ariel, I'll throw it over to you. Feel free. Any final thoughts for the show, and what's your best bet?
Best bet is the over on Atlanta's right-hander Kyle Wright at 5.5 strikeouts. Starting pitchers are 28 and 17 over under their K prop this year against Arizona, with righties 21 and 9 over under, averaging just over 5 strikeouts per start. I know this number is at 5.5. However, Arizona has one of the highest K rates against righties this season. Wright has gone over the number against teams with top 10 K rates. Looking at this list, Miami, he had 6. San Diego, he had 9. Chicago, he had 8. Miami, he had 11. San Diego, 9. Cincinnati, 6. Those are all top 10 K rate teams. I like the over for Kyle Wright of 5.5 strikeouts tonight. Drew is my best bet.
K props from the prop queen, Kyle Wright on the over there. Good stuff from Ariel. As always, Adam Trigger at Top Flight SI on Twitter. Check him out, wagertalk.com. Trig, if we got you, man, do you got a best bet for us? I didn't think so. It looked like he was timed out,
he's
guys.
Frozen.
But yeah, I'm telling you, Ariel, he was in South Korea in that little cell. Doesn't it look like?
Yeah, he's trying to tell us it was North Carolina. It's not North Carolina. He's out there in Korea. We do know his best bet, though, if you want to give it out.
Let's go for it. We got the Orioles plus 1.5, minus 130 for Trig there. Looks like he's back in Bradish up against Robbie Ray. You know, the lefty Robbie Ray. He hasn't been all that good. The velocity a little down from last year, and seeing near a minus 140 price tag. I was breaking this one down from the money line, so I'm not 100% sure where he was going with it. But it does kind of correlate there, guys. But we do have Trig back, actually. So, Trig, hey, real quick here, man, because we're about to end the show. Just quick thoughts on your best bet.
Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know what happened there, but it looks like I'm back. And my best bet, 4% play for my clients, is Orioles plus 1.5. The Mariners have been a good fade on the road. They're 9 and 18 on the road this season. And Robbie Ray, he hasn't been great. And the Orioles have seen him plenty from his time in Toronto last year. And actually, they took him deep 4 times last season, and he has over a 4 ERA against them. Drew, we talked about good bullpens a second ago. The Orioles bullpen has been excellent. By my metrics, they're a top 5 bullpen in the league. They're 6th in bullpen ERA and 4th in bullpen WAR right now. And I can get a free run to work with here at a pretty cheap price. So my 4% best bet for my clients tonight, and my best bet for the show, Orioles plus 1.5. I think Bradish can bounce back from a bad couple starts. The Mariners far less intimidating than his previous opponents, Red Sox, Yankees, Rays. So I like Bradish to bounce back. I think the Orioles can get up a couple off of Ray, and I think +1.5 with the Orioles is a great bet here.
Just heard it there from Trig. Orioles +1.5, -130. I'm on the Tigers at home +105. Ariel on Kyle Wright over K-Prop 5.5 -110. For Ariel Epstein, Adam Trigger, I am Drew Martin. Guys, liking the content here, please smash that like button. Let us know below if you're watching the show in the reply section. Best of luck. We'll be back tomorrow. Same time, same place. Thanks for tuning in.
WagerTalk and Sports Memo customers love $9 Mondays, where each package is just $9. For a limited time from June 1st until June 7th, we're offering a 30-day all-access pass from your favorite handicapper for $210. That's only $7 per day. This special includes all daily plays from your favorite handicapper every day for 30 days, including 5% plays normally priced at $39 alone. Use coupon code June30, good for multiple uses at WagerTalk and Sports Memo. Once you sign up, you'll get every play sent to you as soon as they post it.